Today on If It Works It's Not Obsolete, I'd like to show you how I took this camera and got these photos out of it. Now easier than ever.
If it works, it's not obsolete.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Peyton and thanks for watching If It Works It's Not Obsolete. Today I wanted to do a little follow-up video on the DCS 420. Now, I don't know if you've already seen my last video, but I kind of went over what it's like to use today and how I got it working. But one of the major things I touched on was that it was really hard to get working between this camera directly to a modern computer. I had tried a number of different things, and up to that point, I just had no success. One of the biggest reasons being that I had a lot of trouble getting compact flash cards to work with this camera. Since then, I've been experimenting some more, trying different things, and I'd like to go over how I finally figured out the secret sauce to getting these old mid-90s cameras to work with modern solid-state storage and to be able to talk to your modern computer without using an old one. So the problem that I encountered with these cameras is that normally when they were brand new, they took PCM-CIA hard drives. That is a pretty rare format that isn't made today and can really only be used with older laptops from about the Windows 98 era. I still have a hard drive that works, but you can't really rely on the PCM-CIA hard drives because they weren't built to last. But what you can rely on are compact flash cards. They're plentiful, you can find them all the time on eBay, but they are not totally compatible with these. These cameras were built in a time when flash storage was just starting to become semi-affordable. It was still really expensive, so support for removable flash media with these was really limited. So in the end, what it ended up doing, following also some comments that I got on both my YouTube video and also when I was trying to find more information from places like Reddit and stuff like that, I heard one of the most commonly successful ways to use these was to use industrial grade compact flash cards. There's two different kinds of compact flash cards that you can get out there. There's the removable kind, which is usually what most more modern cameras accepted, and then there's the industrial grade. As far as I know, industrial grade is usually for applications like milling machines, old CNC stuff, like applications where they need to replace the old hard drive, but they don't want to just get another hard drive. So what industrial cards do is instead of appearing as removable media, they basically pretend to be a hard drive. So when they communicate through an IDE interface, which is what all compact flash cards use, they don't introduce themselves as being removable. They basically communicate the same way as any other hard drive would. So for this application, it should work perfectly, but I didn't have success right away. I was having more problems with formatting where it would detect the card, it would act like it's saving photos to it, but then once I would put it on the computer, it just would look blank. What I found is basically the secret sauce to getting these fully working with solid state media is both the industrial card, and you also need to get the formatting right. These, as far as I understand, take a version of FAT16, not just any FAT16 format. It has to be like an early version of FAT16 that old cameras and also like Windows 98 era computers would save to, and that's pretty much the only way to get it working. In my case, I was going to originally format it on a Windows 98 laptop, and that just wasn't working for me. It wouldn't detect the card. So what I finally ended up doing was using my PowerBook G3 Wall Street, and I plugged that directly in through the SCSI port and did the formatting through there. So I'm in the unique use case that I have all the equipment to properly actually connect this to a computer and talk to it. But for those of you that don't have that, I think anything as little as just a early 2000s to late 90s camera that takes compact flash cards As far as I understand, they also use that earlier form of fat formatting, so they should be able to, if you use the formatting built into the cameras, that should be able to get these cards going. You can't format a card directly in these cameras. You have to do it through a computer or through a camera. So yeah, that's pretty much the secret sauce. Once I did those two things, it's been working great for me. I've been able to just go out, take photos. If you saw my last video, one of the big issues with removable cards was I could get it to work, but then once it would fall asleep and then came back to life again, it wouldn't work. This, it can go to sleep, come back on, it works just fine. With this camera like fully operational now, it's literally as easy as I can take this card out, put the compact flash into a reader, and then just read it from a Windows computer. There is still the problem of image file format support in modern computers. I think I heard some people in my comment section saying that Lightroom still supports these old style of TIFF files. I'm pretty aware that older versions of Photoshop should also support it, just like other stuff like that, but like modern image editors have problems with it. Apparently Raw Therapy should support it, but it doesn't work for me. So what I've been having to do is just use my Windows laptop, use that DCS file converter app, and from there I can just drag them onto my main computer and edit them on my nice 5K. So that's what's been working for me. And yeah, since I got all of this working now, I've been taking like so many more photos with this. I'm just out in the garden and just doing more art projects. It's such a fun camera to use. Again, if you haven't seen my last video, you should check it out because it works just like a film camera in all the best ways. You're able to just take photos and not like constantly scrutinize on the little screen whether they're good or not. It's just up to you to take it to your computer when you're all done and see how everything came out. I've really been leaning into the IR artifacting that this has. This is super, super, super sensitive to IR light, so it creates really like violet imagery in a lot of the photos you take, which is honestly really cool. And also another fun thing to do with these, because they're so low resolution, it doesn't even matter. I like taking the photos that come out of these and dithering them. It's a really cool effect to just stick it in a website like dither.com and get these really cool like 8-bit NES style images out of it, which, I mean, this is so low resolution anyways, they come out great. Yeah, if you can find these cameras for cheap, I got mine for about 120 if I remember correctly, and you have the know-how how to rebuild a battery for it, these are like so much fun and they just look so cool. Like I said in my last video, they just are such a cool design to go walking around with. So yeah, I really hope this video inspires more people to pick these up and keep them going, because as much as this would look great on a shelf, I also love that I'm keeping it going all these years later and making art with it. So I hope this inspires more people to pick these up and make cool stuff with it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.